goes a long way to show that the people of Osun State were ready for that election. Being at the polling booth by 7:30 when the election was to start by 8:30, 1 hour before the election, it shows their political consciousness that they are ready, to exercise their civic responsibility as a good citizen of Nigeria, as Omoluabi in Osun State, in picking their governor for another 4 years. 1, 2, the electoral officials, most especially the core members who are the ad hoc staff of INEC deployed to the various polling units in both local government, they arrived on time. Most of them were there by as early as 7:30 as well, to conduct the exercise, and they were there waiting for the time. And I want to commend INEC this time around for the way,
I want us to take it sectorally, one by one. Let me seek Latif's response to his own observation to last Saturday.
Well, if you look at what happened in Ekiti and you see what happened in Osun, no doubt you see a very, actually, to a large extent, improvement in the conduct of election by the INEC. However, there were two things that I observed that day, because I didn't go out as a reporter. No, I went out as an individual of Osun and as a journalist unofficially. I went to some polling units to.
Well, you are an international observer.
Yeah,
that's why I invited you. I even felt you played the role of an observer.
This time around, I went on my own.
Okay.
So one could observe that this issue of vote buying still played out. No party can be exonerated on this. It depends on
your capability,
yes, the financial war chest. Then another thing is that there was a particular area whereby election was still being conducted around 8:30 in the evening. I wouldn't know, maybe it's because they said the late arrival of materials. One would have expected the INEC to postpone such to the following day. Leaving that one apart, it's a kudos to INEC for doing a very good job. And then on the conduct of electorate and the people of Osun, yes, we exhibited that truly we are Omoluabi that we are. Yes, because one would, if you look at what was happening during the beginning of the campaign thing, some people were threatening bridge and stone, but at the end of the day, what happened on election day was different, quite different from what we expected in terms of a crisis. Thank God we exhibited the ethos of Omoluabi in Osun.
Yes, Yemi, he raised certain issues which I had lined up for discussion. The idea that you were in Ekiti.
Yes.
When we talk about vote buying out as it happened in Ekiti last month and what we witnessed here last Saturday, can we say it was a serious thing here?
Well, in as much as we want to conduct the INEC for coming up with a technologically based innovation into the conduct of election, which to a large extent reduced the manipulation, the rigging of election, of result of election. But one thing that remains, to be tackled is what he raised about inducement of voters during the election. I was in Ekiti, and I was able to, to be in about 8 local government areas out of the 16, half of the local government area in Ekiti State, to monitor to observe the conduct of the people in the Ekiti governorship election. And from what myself and my colleagues, other journalists, we traveled together around Ekiti State observed, there were, to a large extent, inducement of voters during the Ekiti governorship election. And if you look at the report of observers, national and international observers, all of them included that in their report. And I want to say that when the report of the local and international observers are out in the Osun governorship election, that would also be included in that election. I witnessed a situation no party is a saint in this situation. No party is a saint.
That's what I love that.
That's what I said.
No, Latin said the same thing.
No party is a saint.
Uh,
I witnessed a situation where some voters will cast their vote and they will go to a corner and.
but let's look at it. We read our reports that suggested that some people took money but they didn't vote the way those who gave them money expected.
Well, that one,
it was a secret ballot. That is difficult to determine.
It is difficult to determine whether someone votes for a party A or party B or party C. But in a situation where someone casts his ballot and go to a corner and ask from someone else that I've done what you direct me to do, where's my own share of the lot? It casts a doubt, a big doubt on the sincerity of voters in Osun State.
Okay, let's look at the voting pattern. Latif, despite what you people are saying about whether people bought votes or induced voters, the voting pattern to my own understanding really reflected the strength of each party, particularly if you look at it from study it at the south, at the north, Egbedore. If you look at Boripe, where the incumbent governor comes from, you realize that it's like candidates were voted for in line with their popularity or their party.
Well, the reality of the matter,
the popularity of the political
thank God
parties
you mentioned
involved.
Boripe and Ede.
Yeah.
You see, the Omawani factor was a very, very great factor, whether we like it or not. The incumbent governor, Alhaji Isaac Adegboyega Gawitola, is from Boripe, and I believe Senator Ademo Adeleke is from Ede South. I guess.
Either of the two, the north or the south. Okay.
Now, the reality of the matter, even the two Ede is Ede.
Even including the Egbedore.
Delineation. So the one thing is that during the period of mobilizing people to register, you will see that tone that people of the main business this time around, they wanted it at all cost, as far as it is in line with the law of the land. They mobilized. We saw it, honestly. So I'm not saying Boripe people too didn't mobilize.
No, they didn't. Boripe alone gave the APC more than 21,000 votes.
But you cannot compare one local government with two or three government. That's the strength. Yes. Yeah. So if we are talking about Omawani in one local government and Omawani in two and half or three local governments, so you can see the difference. So that's a very, very big factor. They wanted it, and I believe they got it.
Aside the two areas we pinpointed, the elections went almost neck to neck in all other local governments in the state. Where you have the margin, except in Osogbo, where Osogbo also was heavy for the PDP. 30,401 for PDP, 22,000, almost close to 23,000 for APC. Also.
Well, there are some local governments in Osun State where they are traditionally progressives, and there's no magic you will do in that area that the voting patterns will change. For instance, Iwo Ayedire and Olaoluwa local government, they are traditionally progressive local government, and they returned APC in those three local governments. And Irewole local government, Aidade local government, they are most especially Irewole local government. The caliber of political personalities in that local government, the deputy governor is from Irewole, and the commissioner for finance is from Irewole local government.
That's what we have in Irewole is Sokana and Ayedade
local government. They are traditionally progressive, and they will.
I beg to disagree. They are not traditionally progressive. You can talk about
the personalities.
The personality I mentioned, but the personality in the pattern will remain. And there were some local government they called swings local government, where it is difficult to pinpoint what is going to happen. That is what happened in Osogbo and along that local government. They were very, very difficult. Too difficult local government to pinpoint, because The two local governments are basically the state in the state capital.
In the state capital, where you have other people
from other towns, from other states, from
other local government
decided, and it is difficult to place where the pattern will go, where they vote to. That is what we witness in the two local governments.
I love the way Adeyemi Abodeni came in to explain the personality. Like in Obokun, I think one can see the personality of Oluwole Oke in the PDP and in Ade.
That's
and of course Senator Fadamsi.
That's what we are talking about, a traditional voting pattern. It will take a very long time. I'm not a prophet of doom for progressive to take over Ade, honestly, because of the antecedent of the two personalities you've mentioned, to be candid. But on the issue of Oshogbo, Olonda, that factor of those who are living here and are not from here, yes, is there. No
people like you and
I went on. I was coming back and I had an accident along the Rabiji Road. My car got damaged. Seriously. Now let me continue my analysis. Now the issue is that even Oshogbo here, there are some other factors too. We have some political figures that wherever they go, believe me, votes will go. I don't want to be mentioning names on here. If they belong to the progressive, votes will follow them there. And if they leave progressive, vote will follow them to where they go to. And that's what will happen. I'm not saying we don't have some personalities in APC or in PDP. I'm saying
no, it is in both.
Exactly.
We have said that of APC.
Exactly.
That the finance commissioner, that is, and of course the deputy governor, influenced the voting pattern in Nilewole, Isokan, and of course Ayedade.
Exactly.
And that people like Senator Fadamsi, like Representative Oluwole Oke, of course influenced voting pattern in Obokun and Oriade. I think that's what people are saying.
There are figures here, even in Oshogbo here, that people may even not be talking about, and there are factors in this election. When you talk about, look at this man, Maruf Gangaria. Gangaria is a factor. You know, Gangaria is the candidate of PDP in House of Reps. It's a factor. Alhaji Fatai Diekola is a factor, whether you like it or not. And don't forget, Alhaji was with progressives before, but he's no more with progressives. So all this work together, and whether we like it or not, the internal wrangling within the APC family too
grossly affected.
The election.
Okay.
It affected it.
How?
One, some people defected openly. Some didn't. Some just activated. See, don't look. They didn't vote against the party, but they didn't mobilize for the party. And there is no way, as a journalist, I can only go to polling booth and vote and leave. But as politicians, they mobilize people. But if you see someone who used to mobilize 100, 200, 300 people, just voted and left the polling unit, what do you expect?
In addition to that, you recall 2018 governorship election. APC approached that election as a united and a strong family. The party was
for those who went to ADP day.
Except the party was stronger then and united then, and it took a run for the party to clinch the governorship seat. In 2022, the party ahead of the election was grossly divided.
We have the former commissioner for local government and chieftaincy affairs, our friend Kolapo Alime, that defected to the PDP. And if you look at what we call that local government, slight lead, a slight narrow lead on APC, maybe could have been averted.
We are saying the same thing. We are saying the same thing. You see, I said this now. You, I, and Abodeni, we are journalists. Our own is, even as a citizen of the state, ours is just to go and vote and leave. But these people mobilize. The moment they mobilize for you, no doubt about that you will have some vote apart from their own. But the moment they refuse to mobilize for you, or they mobilize for another candidate, the vote will go to the other candidate. That's what I'm talking about. If APC is not in crisis, I can you can see the difference between the vote of Boyega Itola according to INEC and Senator Ademola Adeleke. It's like 30,000 margin. That 30,000 margin can only be got from Osogbo here. If there was no crisis.
Cracks within the party. Okay,
look at what happened in Ife too.
Oh,
where the national secretary of the party comes from.
Let's look at the performance of INEC. We have done a lot of post-mortem of that result. INEC's performance. You said in passing about any.
Yes, kudos must be given to those in charge of the Independent National Electoral Commission this time around for introducing technologically based election pattern, voting pattern. It was used in Ekiti State. I was in Ekiti State by modern voters accreditation system. It was used in Ekiti State, and from my experience of Ekiti State governorship election with the use of bimodal, I knew that voting pattern, the result of the election, and the issue of rigging is likely
to be difficult
coming to an end in Nigeria, because with the use of bimodal, it was difficult for someone who has engaged in multiple registrations to vote more than once. The first facial recognition done by bimodal will only be recognized if we go to the another polling unit with another card with same pictures of yours. It will knock you out.
So let's look at the aspect of the electronic transmission of results. Latif, at a point people were jittery. They were thinking that maybe it would be possible for any manipulation of any kind in the last hour.
Well, those who expressed the fear, two things. One, they might have not been conscious of what has been programmed on that particular BVAS machine. Yes. That's one. Two, those who express the fear may be politicians. Politicians, they understand that anything can be manipulated in the BVAS system. But as far as we are concerned as journalists, we met with the INEC. Everything was demonstrated, explained in total. In fact, there were questions as all this fear, and the INEC explained everything, and I was convinced that there was no way this can be manipulated, unless, because if this thing continues, Nigeria along the line
will find solution to it.
There is no way they can manipulate it.
There are other people that work in the aside journalists like us, the security personnel. Can we also thumb on for them if possible, if they did what we expected?
Yes, the security personnel must also be thumbed up for their performances in the election. In every polling unit I visited, there were at least 2 personnel of the police and civil defense corps manning the polling unit. Where
I was, I saw the road safety.
Yes, in some cases there were road safeties, in some cases there were immigration officers, in some cases there were prison officials to be part. They were used, to up the numbers to ensure that we have adequate security protection there during the election. And kudos must be given to all security agencies for being up in their tasks on Saturday.
Latif, no, don't worry. Let me ask you this way, because of the factor of time. Since the announcement was made, there has been no single incident, ugly incident, that people attacking one another, burning houses, that we were used to in the Second Republic.
Well, there are 2 things. In all honesty, you need to commend Mr. Governor.
Yes.
He immediately sent out a press release through his chief press secretary that everybody should be calm. They should be going about their normal business, because the language, remember the Second Republic we are talking about, a particular language from a former governor of a state that
triggered the
violence. Well, if the governor had done such, maybe who knows what will have happened now. That's one. 2, Nigerians are gradually mature when it comes to election matter, because one thing is this: these politicians, the political elites, they are friends. they meet, they do things together. You shouldn't be surprised that Alhaji Atiku Abubakar, the PDP candidate for election for president election in 2023, was the groom's father, where Buhari's son was ready to take out his wife. So look at that. So they are their friends. That means their followers too should understand that election matters will not be a do or die affairs. Even if you see anything that is wrong, let the law take its course. Don't take the law into your own hands. So I appreciate the people of Osun, and I also commend the security agents. In fact, the military, the Nigerian army, the soldiers who were drafted here too should be commended, because I traveled between here and Ikiro and the Ragbiji, and I saw some of them. They behaved in a civil manner,
professional.
Honestly, I appreciated the way these people together they carried out their.
Can we project to the future? If we are going this way, the way we are doing things in the state, because Osun can be, well, we have been a role model to others.
Yes,
in certain areas of public administration.
Osun will certainly be a role model ahead of the 2023 general elections. The success of Beavers in Osun State will determine the success of the 2023 election to a large extent. The application of Beavers, the mistakes, the errors noticed by INEC, we project them into improving on the system, the technology in the 2023 election, and the behavior, the final behavior of the people of Osun State, the maturity they displayed after the election, I think will also help in the 2023 election.
Well, I have received signal that
before we go, my only fear and concern is that INEC and other stakeholders should think that Osun is just one state, and many states are going into election in February and next year. They should prepare for such, because in the Osun case, Nigerian Air Force chopper was used to carry sensitive materials to Osun. But what happens when many states are participating in the election 2023?
Can we put it this way, that when we reach the bridge, we will cross it? Let me also once again congratulate the winner of that election. It's win-win for everybody. We have proved that we are a set of different people when it comes to maturity, civilization, education, and of course peace making and peace building as a people in the state of Osun. Until next Monday, Babatunde Oguntomi is my name. My colleagues Latif Agbola and Adeyemi Abodeni, I appreciate you.
It's a pleasure.
From Ajodo, I appreciate you for working behind the scene for us this morning. Bye for now.
So if we look at the constitution of Nigeria, the government is set up basically to do two things.
And people are asking, do we have budget to be?
I would say we still have a budget, because if we don't have a budget, we cannot have government run its activities.
Wow! Arguments and counter-arguments on topical issues and events trending in Nigeria. Politics, rule of law, judiciary, economy, trade and commerce, education, security, name it. Issues in the news on OSBC Radio 104.5 FM in Liabu, Kibale, Oshogo is a veritable platform to belong. We are set to serve you hot every Monday between 10 and 10:45 in the morning. Join Babatunde Oguntomi on Issues in the News. It promises to be educating and informative.
You are live. On Osun Radio. Osun Radio.
Community radio at its best.
104.5 FM.
Yes! Strut up! OSBC Radio 214.5 to the world! Yeah man, state of Osun. Yes, no must come by my hand, make do this. Yes, strut up fire set to me. Boom!
OSBC Radio. Voice of the West, you can trust. OSBC.
Yami, my name na Shegun, and I the village man. All of una way like to blame us village people because una business they do well. Say una think say we no get our own issue. I beg you, we village people no get your time. Check yourself first.
Village people are the reason your business isn't growing. Introducing Money Point, a business bank that helps you realize your business dreams with easy access to quick loans, ease of payment collections, and general business management tools. Visit www.moneypoint.com and let's help you power your business dreams. Money Point, powering dreams.
Shegun, where that MTN SIM card where I sent you go buy?
Boss, I don't drop am since for table with your change.
Change?
Bros, me if I shock. MTN SIM don't turn 200 naira.
Yes, so MTN SIM card don't turn 200 naira. Plus 1,000 naira will follow come credit. You never finish, them go summer you 700% a wolf bonus anytime when you recharge 100 naira or more to make call, text, or for data with the last wella. Just register, make you activate your new MTN SIM to begin jollificate this Ogbonge MTN a wolf. So, what's in we they do today?
Hello, ladies and gentlemen, how are you doing today? Guess what? Something huge is about to sweep across the length and breadth of Nigeria that is going to make life much simpler than ever. Introducing Momo Payment Service Bank. Now you can send or receive money to any phone number absolutely free, anytime, anywhere, with or without an internet connection with your Momo wallet. You can also pay your utility bills, buy airtime and data, make bank transfers, and do so much more without handling cash. All you need to do is just dial *671# on your mobile phone. With *671# for Momo Payment Service Bank, you can perform all your money transactions with ease without carrying cash. Just remember to dial *671# for Momo Wallet. Life is simpler because Momo is better than cash.
Energy for today. Energy for tomorrow. Energy for tomorrow. So come on, let's go. Come on, let's go.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen, how are you doing today? Guess what? Something huge is about to sweep across the length and breadth of Nigeria that is going to make life much simpler than ever. Introducing Momo Payment Service Bank. Now you can send or receive money to any phone number absolutely free, anytime, anywhere, with or without an internet connection with your Momo wallet. You can also pay your utility bills, buy airtime and data, make bank transfers, and do so much more without handling cash. All you need to do is just dial *671# on your mobile phone. With *671# for Momo Payment Service Bank, you can perform all your money transactions with ease without carrying cash. Just remember to dial *671# for Momo Wallet. Life is simpler because Momo is better than cash.
What's better than getting a new MTN SIM card? Getting one for next to nothing. That's not all. Your new MTN SIM comes with amazing bonuses such as 1,000 naira preloaded airtime and 700% bonus on every recharge of 100 naira and above. All this for just 200 naira. So you can join the yellow family for less. You just have to register and activate your new MTN SIM to make calls, text, and stay connected longer only on MTN. So, what are we doing today?
Yami, my name na Shegun, and I the village man. All of una way like to blame us village people because una business they do well. Say una think say we no get our own issue. I beg you, we village people no get your time. Check yourself first.
Village people are the reason your business isn't growing. Introducing Money Point, a business bank that helps you realize your business dreams with easy access to quick loans, ease of payment collections, and general business management tools. Visit www.moneypoint.com and let's help you power your business dreams. Money Point, powering dreams.
Energy for today, energy for tomorrow. Bigger than yesterday. You're so much better, so much stronger. It's the dawn of a new day. So come on, let's go. Come on, let's go. Let's go. It's a brand new day. Come on, so come on, let's go. So come on, let's go. Come on, let's go.
Àlàbí ni orúkọ mi. Wọ́n á máa pè mí ní dókítà sòkúdàlàyé fún gbogbo owó àjákù pẹ̀lú abẹfẹ́lẹ́ àti sẹ́lòtéèpù mi. Gbogbo ẹni bá ní owó tí ẹ̀mí rẹ̀ ti fẹ́ bọ́ ní agbègbè yìí, ọ̀dọ̀ mi ni wọ́n máa ń kó wọn bọ̀ fún ìràpadà. Àmọ́ ohun àtijọ́ ti kọjá lọ. N ò ṣe dókítà fún owó àjákù mọ́ o. Nítorí